See this spot right here? This is where I was going to do an intro saying those tikis could not stand a chance, but I accidentally said steekies, and that kind of ruined the joke. Well, hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm Plays, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the last episode, we finished off the dreaded kelp forest. That level is done and over with, and we never have to worry about that level ever again. And in this episode, as we follow this road, we are going to be going into the final level of the game, which we never unlocked last episode because I didn't feel like it. We are going to be starting the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. Let's go.
The graveyard of ships. Somewhere among this haunted mess, a fearsome specter waits.
Now, I really like this level. One, because even though it is slightly dark, the green ooze makes it so it's really bright. And another reason I like this level is I can play it without having to stand up. Yay.
Yes. Who dares disturb the Flying Dutchman?
It's me, SpongeBob, sir.
I don't need any cookies.
But I'm not a Shell Scout.
Look, kid, I'm too disturbed to scare the bejesus out of you right now. Come back later.
What's the matter?
It's these darn robots. They've thrown me off my own ship, they have. Being thrown off your own ship is like having your pants pulled down in front of casual acquaintances. It's a sad, sad thing. Now those robots have got their own pirate ship, and they're blasting away at each other.
Is there anything I can do to make you feel better?
Well, now that you mention it, get up to my ship and use the cannons to single-handedly defeat the robot ship. Any questions?
Is that adorable hat available in a size 3?
No, but if you do this, a golden spatula be your booty. Now get going.
Wait, if a golden spatula be our booty, dang, we have a rich butt. One of the longest robot introductions ever. Yay, I think this guy is called Slick, but I am not exactly sure. Basically, the easiest way to take these guys out is from afar. Just shoot them with a cruise bubble from a good amount of distance, and you will be able to take care of them, no problem. Now, if we look down here, you might be able to see that there's a golden spatula right there. I thought I'd have to look down, but turns out I did not. But that golden spatula for right now, it's not in our grasp to get, because we kind of have to do a few little preparation things before we can even attempt to get that. Now, I probably should use the cruise bubble on this guy, but I forgot that this guy was over here. But now that he is dead, he is dead. But first, before we do anything over here, there is actually something down here, which we cannot really do anything with this right now, but we can pay 2,700 shiny objects in order to open that treasure chest, which will be used for when we actually do something that will make it so a path will show. If you do not know already, we have to make it so the goo kind of goes down in level. And also, you know, little things like that, which, okay, I'll say honestly that I was not really able to see there for a second. But yeah, those things, you know, it's not really nice when you get caught under those. Also, a gimmick I want to mention about this level, there is a whole bunch of wall jumping in this level. So if you do not know how to wall jump correctly, then this is not the level for you. This is definitely not even close to the level for you. Now, I believe there's a Chuck over here. Okay, there he is. I couldn't really see him from the distance, but I kind of thought he was over there. Now, there's a 50 shiny object right there, but I'm not exactly sure how you get this. I don't know if you can jump up to it or not. It does not seem like you can, so I am not going to worry about that. But for right now, there is something I kind of want to do. First, I believe I might have missed something, so I want to go back here. Now, I believe I can make this jump if I jump from there. Yes, I can. Now, something I missed was if you actually use the cruise bubble right here, you can hit that lid right there, and what that will do is it will bring that down, which will stop the goo from going, which will lower the thing there, And you know what that means? We have to backtrack the very little bits in order to actually do that right now. So yeah, it's kind of weird how you have to do that. how you have to, like, pay the thing. I mean, you don't have to pay it automatically, but you do have to backtrack for it, which is a little weird. But basically what happens here is you hit that, you have a time limit of 30 seconds, you have to use the sponge bowl in order to get over to the one thing within the 30-second time limit, and hopefully you do not hit into any of the poles there, because that is a really bad thing, because if you do hit into one of those poles, what will happen is you will go flying, and when you go flying, that is not a good thing. Also, the reason, well, first, I'm just going to be getting this golden spatula right here, but the reason you would have wanted to get the one teleport box is because once you get that, you'll be able to, I believe it brings you back to where you were, I'm not exactly sure, but look, even more wall jumping. It's kind of funny because we haven't had a level with wall jumping for a really long time. I think it's been since, like, rock bottom, actually, and I never got that. That is sad. Okay, now I think I remember what that was from, but be right back. Now that we are back over here, I want to be doing the thing that I was originally going to do when we first got here, but then I was like, oh wait, there's the one thing we can do. Basically, right here, we can jump down here, and then we get a golden spatula, which I believe, well, the one good thing about lowering the thing, or the one thing that since I hit the lid before this, I don't think I would have been able to get this if I did not hit the lid, because I believe you do need to lower the level of the little acid thing there. Well, I mean, it's not little, it's actually big. Jeez, okay. Can I please make this... Okay, why am I all of a sudden really bad at jumping? Now, if you want to know, as you saw right down there, there is that right there. Well, out there. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but there's that thing right there that will send you back. Now, for some reason, I believe this is the one that gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. Now, I'm trying to remember what I need to do. I don't think that one's right. I believe what I have to do is I think we send this one back here. I think we have to send... No. We need this one over here eventually, I believe, which we cannot move. Oh, okay, I see what we have to do. We have to eventually move this over, I believe, so we can move this one back. And then with these, I believe we will be able to wall jump up there, and then if we are able to move this one right over there, it'll make it so we can get across this little gap. Yeah, this one takes a little bit more of ingenuity, I guess, because as you see here, what will happen is you make these platforms over here, which makes it really easy in order to get onto this weird ship thing. And as always, try to kill those robots, and don't overdo it, I guess, because if you accidentally kind of go a little too early when you think you're not going to hit them, it doesn't work. Also, there's a sock right there. You can try to jump over there as SpongeBob, but I would not suggest doing that, because there is a lot simpler of a way to do it without having to worry about getting hit in the process. Now, I kind of want to get this guy with the bubble bowl, because I just want to see how it is. Oh, wait, what? He actually got hit by something. That's actually surprising. That was something I did not expect, but let's see. Can we bubble bowl you before you hit us? Yeah, we can bubble bowl you. Turns out, yeah, as you saw there, the bubble bowl actually does do a one-hit KO on him, which is really helpful, but as you see, there is yet another one of these guys up here, which I would really like to get rid of before we go up there, so we do not have to worry about him. Luckily, the force field doesn't come back too fast, and I think he gave us like 2 or 3 50s. That's something you really notice with the bigger robots. They give you a whole crap load of shiny objects. I mean, a whole... Whoa, okay. Did you see how crappy that was? I mean, you probably did. But that little thing, it's spawning robots literally on top of me. Now, before I do anything, I actually want to get rid of that thing, because that's going to really annoy me if that thing keeps doing that. And it is right over there, so we can just get rid of that. Thank you. But that was stupid. I was not expecting the robot thing to, like, just spawn right next to me. Well, I mean, actually, no, it wasn't right next to me. It was right on top of me. Now I need just... there. Now I need to remember what I need to do here. I believe I have to hit this one over here, but because I do actually eventually need to get something around here. So I believe we can... No, I need to move this over, because I think moving this over makes it so I can move that over there, which then in turn makes it so I can eventually jump over there. There we go, okay. See, a lot of these little things, it just takes a little bit of ingenuity to think of, I guess. Wait, would that be ingenuity or would that be something else? I am not sure. But anyways, the whole reason we go there is because we actually need to ground pound this button so we can knock that thing down in order to get across that area. Now, as I said before, as a kid I always had trouble with these things, but now... As I'm older, 16 to be exact, 16 and a half to be, well actually no, 16 and 7 months to be exact, if you want to be, like, so exact that it's not even funny. But what I'm trying to say is, as a kid, that actually really, it was a little bit troublesome for me, because I wasn't exactly sure what I needed to do. Well, I knew what I needed to do, but I wasn't so sure how to solve the puzzles. But, yeah. It's kind of like, not just wall jumping, but it's a little bit of puzzles, but it's not like Kelp Forest hard. I almost said Flying Dutchman Graveyard hard, but that's we're already in. Anyways, let's go to the Graveyard of Ships. You know, you usually think there wouldn't be a Graveyard of Ships, but
Ahoy there, Mr. Squidward! Swab the poop deck!
Yes, hilarious. Don't you have a platinum whisk to get?
That's golden spatula.
Whatever. There's one up there.
Squidward's enthusiasm has just gotten really low in this game. It's just like, now he just does not care anymore. Because he knows SpongeBob will just annoy him, because maybe Squidward knows where a golden spatula is. Also, this area, for some reason, has flying platforms. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's to show, like Bubsy 3D, what's the platform, a game without platforms? That joke was so bad it made me burp. Anyways, now that we're not mentioning JonTron, we actually kind of need to go back to the first area, Sandy, because remember that sock we need to get? It's a lot easier to get as Sandy, and actually, the way you're supposed to get it is as Sandy, so it's not like the Rock Bottom Museum where I just go over there because I can, because you know in the Rock Bottom Museum, you go through the Rock Bottom Museum so you can just get it done and over with at the beginning. But in this one, it's kind of like you kind of need to do it, because once we get back, you'll see that a whole bunch of Texas swing hooks will come down, which makes this so much easier in order to get. I mean, it's obviously the way you're supposed to get it, but if you didn't see the sock in the first place, and I don't think these are indicated until after you leave the area, it's kind of a, I guess you could say, dickish move that they do that, because you have no idea that the thing is there. Well, I mean, you know the sock is there, but you have no idea that the Texas hooks get there. Also, something I never mentioned, there is a whopping 3 socks in this level. Yeah, I can't believe it either. There are so many socks. It's only 3 socks. I mean, it's not really so many, it's just so little. There are barely any socks, and unlike the Kelp Forest, I am very confident on all the socks, because I know exactly where each one is. And if you want to know, there are 3 areas in the Kelp Forest, and there's 1 sock in each area. But now we're done with Sandy's part. I decided I'd be efficient and actually just cut over till I was back here, so I can just use SpongeBob in order to wall jump up these areas. Now, if you thought the last area had a whole bunch of wall jumping, you were mistaken. This area here is the king of wall jumps. This is, if you do not know how to wall jump, you are not able to get past this level. That I'm just going to tell you right now. This game likes to take wall jumps to a whole new level, and it's kind of sad that we only switch to SpongeBob just to go up that one thing, and then we have to switch to Sandy right again because we need Sandy for this area here. You know, we could have actually went up here and used Sandy in order to get to the one area, which the only reason I think the bus stop is down there is because that's the first bus stop in this area, I think, at least. Because you don't need Sandy until this area, but I believe it's the first one at least. Now, this thing's a little hard to get over here. I'm going to try to get this without getting hit by the one robot. That was not what I wanted to happen. What I'm trying to do here is there's actually a sock within the ship. And in order to get into this ship, you kind of have to jump at a weird way like this in order to get into it. Now, I do not know if there is any... Actually, no. We can just go right over here from this little altitude here, so it does not matter. But that was basically the second sock in the level, not that long after the first sock in the level, if you know what I mean, because, yeah. But that sock right there, even though there are only 3 socks in this level, that sock is probably one of the more hidden socks in this game, because not a lot of people would think to look inside that ship area, and especially when I first looked up this in order to find out where, like, the rest of the socks were in this game, because when I first did a Let's Play of this, I didn't do 100%, but I did get all the socks in everywhere, except for the Kelp Forest. Now, I'm trying to get this healthier, but what I was trying to say, I got all the socks except for in the Kelp Forest, so I had to look up a guide, and it said inside the ship. I believe I actually had to look up a video on what it meant, but, right over here, it's a little bit of a tricky thing, because as you will see, if this will actually happen, this will go in and out. So you have a limited amount of time in order to get through this. What I'd suggest is, as soon as you can wall jump, start wall jumping. I messed it up there, so I'm just going to wait. Now that we're back to this area here, what I suggest is just trying to get up here as fast as you can, because this thing does not last long, and I believe it will eventually start... Actually, no. I got all the way up there without it going up. Now, I believe there's a checkpoint coming here. Thank goodness. They don't want it to be like, oh, you fail at this area, then something, but, this is something that's only used in this level, but it's used a hell of a lot in the movie game if you ever saw, either if you saw my Let's Play or if you've played the movie game. These wall jumps can be a pain, except the wall jumps in the movie game like this pop up a lot earlier in the game than it does here, but this is basically the horizontal wall jumping, where you kind of have to go forward while wall jumping, which can be a big pain in the butt if you do not know how to do it, because you kind of have to hold forward while you're wall jumping, but the way SpongeBob wall jumps makes it easy in order to actually wall jump in that way, and I really messed that up. Don't do that. Okay, I did not want to do that there. That is something I did not want to do. Okay, now, anyways, let's kill this guy, and I believe I'm going to end off the episode kinda soon, because I want to end it off so this episode and the next episode, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be finishing... Okay, I do not care about... Actually, no, I do care about this guy, but it's just really getting annoying that whenever I try killing this guy, I keep missing him with the cruise bubble. Okay, I guess you can say third time is the charm for getting this guy, so I'm going to try this for a third time in order to get him with the cruise bubble, and that was... Okay, thank goodness. I thought that wasn't going to be successful. Something I don't think I've said before is if you want to get out of the cruise bubble animation really fast, just press the L button after you've hit something. That is at least the way I do it. Now, I want to actually get rid of some of this so I can just blow that up, but... I have to say that that is about it for this episode of Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the next episode, we are going to be going on that bungee hook, seeing what's on the bungee hook, and continuing with the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. So, this has been Juddle Plays saying see you later and goodbye.